Welcome to St. Augustine this evening, the Mike Davis Show, and boy, what an evening we have for you. We're going to say prayers for the panhandle of Florida, though, for sure. But we're glad to have you here. Earlier show today, so all of us can get home. And, you know, some people are canceling shows on this network, but this show never cancels. Hardly ever.
Bollox is canceled.
Bollox is canceled. So if you want your... Why don't you boys go in and grab something and bring it back in? Because I don't want you to be deprived of
terrible
Bollox.
idea.
I like that.
You guys go grab that.
Go.
We're going to do reads. Go ahead.
Ooh.
The way you've been playing trivia, the drinks won't hurt you. I can tell you that right now.
The more you drink, the better you think.
That's right. It's not going to hurt you guys one bit. All right. Before we introduce everybody here, let's make a little bit of money for the show because we do like to make money for the show. And it's so nice to have you sitting next to me today. I'm not sick at all.
He's been calling me ugly all day. I've been verbally abused for coming into work sick and staying away so that I wouldn't
Did
infect
you have to wear the rollers in your hair 2 days in a row, though?
Does
That
my
was
hair
just
look
a
like
bit
I wear
much.
rollers?
The other day you were.
That's what we call a ponytail
All right.
and a hat.
The Anastasia Diner and Moultrie Creek Diner, these neighborhood diners are more than just a place to eat. They're where hospitality blooms and friends gather. Bring your own friends or make new ones. The coffee is always hot, the smiles are genuine, and the food tastes like home. Every meal is a chance to make memories, share stories, and create bonds that last a lifetime. It's not just about the food on the plate, but the community that comes together at the table. Come see us at Moultrie Creek Diner or Anastasia Diner and tell them Andy sent you.
Mm-hmm. I never know when to cut now because we have so many new reads. A to Z offers free estimates and has been serving St. Johns County for over 20 years in the construction industry. They offer painted metal roofs for saltwater area homes with warranties for up to 25 years. They do shingle roofs with warranties for up to 50 years. They install tile roofing, cedar shake shingles, designer roofing, and flat roof coverings. Recent job photos with material descriptions can be seen at A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing.com. The Mike Davis Show welcomes the Emma Concert Association, which has brought world-class performances to St. Augustine for over 46 years. Not only do they host incredible artists, but they also provide music scholarships for students at Flagler College, nurturing the next generation of musicians. Up next for Emma Concerts is the Boston Brass on October 27th at Lewis Auditorium. Since 1986, Boston Brass has set out to create a one-of-a-kind musical experience featuring colorful classical arrangements, burning jazz standards, and original brass repartee. Their unique blend of music and boisterous fun bridges the gap between classical formality and pure entertainment, captivating both regular concertgoers and newcomers alike. This world-renowned quintet has played in all 50 United States and over 30 countries, performing with orchestras, concerts, marching bands, organists, and jazz bands. Don't miss this unforgettable night. Head to emmaconcerts.com, grab your tickets now, support live music and local students.
All right, and Land Title of America, whether you realize it or not, when you refinance the sale or purchase of a home, there's a title company involved. Don't get stuck with some out-of-town title company who doesn't give a crap when you're faced with challenges. Stay local and choose Land Title of America. Just call or text Stephen Collins, 904-501-4481. He specializes in all types of real estate transactions. Land Title, your local title company, ensuring America's land one title at a time because
They give a crap. Crap.
you guys are getting better. You're getting better. Much, much, much better. I'm liking this a lot. All right. We have one other announcement. Epicure had a building in Putnam County. They had to move out of the building in Putnam County. And so they're moving into a new building and they need about $100,000. They have a GoFundMe page that Amanda's going to put up in the comments. They had raised about $30,000 of the $100,000 that they needed earlier in the week. We'll get you updated next week. I'll reach out to Sonny and Ken Mulford and find out where they're at. But anything,
33,000.
All right, 33,000. Amanda knows everything. But if you can donate anywhere, or you know anybody that can donate and help them, they do a lot of food distribution in one of our poorest counties, which is Putnam County, right next to our county, and we're very fortunate that we live in St. Johns County. So, whatever you can do to help Epicure, please give them a hand. And that is the update and read. There is a hurricane out there. It's not coming here, and I can prove it's not coming here because I have the king tide schedule. Hurricanes only come here during the king tide. So for those of you marking the calendar for when our next opportunity is, it's October 16th to 21st is a king tide. Please be wary on those days.
No, that's not even funny.
It's true. I'm not
funny.
It's true.
And there's another one brewing off of the incubator. It's coming this way.
Yeah, you know what time it should get here? Probably the
October
exact same.
16th of the
So if it happens, it's all Mike Davis's
It's not my fault. I'm warning you now. I'm trying to tell you to be careful. I did read one long-range plan that forecast that said there might be another hurricane on the southwest coast of Florida next weekend. I saw another app that had nothing like that, but they did have a storm that was off the Lesser Antilles next weekend. So it's kind of the height of hurricane season. It was a little quiet in September, but trust me, the newscasters are doing everything they can to get one going.
Mike, why you jinx us right now, man? I'm knocking on wood right now to make sure the hurricane doesn't come our way, man.
Did the king tide come into your yard last week?
Oh, yeah. It didn't come in my yard because I've got that little slope that goes down to the marsh.
Yeah.
But that whole pocket down there when I cut the grass last Saturday and the weekend before was like water. I wonder how rusty the blade will be in a couple of months.
Yeah. No, it was significant for just the king tide. I mean,
yes.
Yeah.
You know, not just. I'm not making fun of the king tide.
Well, look, I heard you were. It was half off at the boat ramp at your house.
Yeah.
I heard that people could use the boat ramp at your house and they only had to pay half price. It was very nice of you.
You could have.
It's part of the sing out loud arrangement that you had.
You could have used a sup.
Yes.
To get there at high tide.
I did. So I also heard they were towing cars downtown.
Already?
I didn't see that too much. I saw maybe one car get towed last week.
Okay, just one.
Yeah.
Okay.
One car get towed last week. So.
All right. And then the other is we have. I don't know if you want to watch. You can even come in and comment. One of your favorite movies is on our movie trivia that we're going to watch for the month of October and then discuss at the end of October.
What is that?
Casablanca.
Oh,
ooh,
great movie.
Truly a classic.
Yeah. Yes.
I think it's October 29th. Is that what it is?
Davey has not seen it.
He's not
really.
Davey has not seen it.
I think he'll love it.
Huh.
Yeah. And by the way, I totally approve of the selection for tonight's drinking during the show.
Yes.
Blade and Bow
Notice
is
there
phenomenal.
Aren't 5 glasses.
Well, you said you weren't feeling well. Mike would have said, "Hey, pour me one," and Blake doesn't drink. So. You guys all
Mike told me to drink that since I was sick.
I did.
No,
have some bourbon. You'll feel much better.
Right.
This is a really fine bourbon.
Just make sure you burn the glass when you're done.
Right. It'll take care of the germs, but
Yeah, you gotta go get your own sippy cup.
Yes.
Talk enough trash. I'll just drink out of the bottle.
I'm 100% in solidarity with Blake today.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm with you.
Thank you.
I'm not drinking. I wanted you to have some company.
If Mike would have wanted a drink, he would have said,
grab me one too.
Grab me a cup.
Shy man that he is.
Yes. Rebecca says, pour that gal a drink.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to get up and do that. All right. So we're 35 days out, right? 30 some days out from
39-ish. Yeah.
from freedom. From freedom, we'll have a day, and then the riots start the next day. I don't know who's in charge of the riots. I don't know which side's going to be having the riots, but they should start the next day. Blake, do you agree with me?
And in Florida, the definition of freedom is still up for negotiation.
No, it's really not.
Oh, it is.
It's really not.
Oh, yeah, sure it is.
No, it's not.
Absolutely.
What are you bitching about Florida today?
What are you talking about?
Yankee, what are you bitching about?
Just Yankee, that's right.
You can't bust on Florida. You can't bust on Florida.
All I'm just
you live
saying
here.
is the definition
You've been
of
here.
freedom. Yeah, I know. I got
Roads go that way.
I got Shanghai.
Bust on Florida.
I got Shanghai. Yeah, trust me. Julie doesn't watch this show. Perish the thought, when my mother-in-law perspires.
Perspires?
Well, yeah.
When she sweats?
We're being polite.
Yes.
Which should be in years from now because she's frail but strong. Nothing's keeping us. We came down from my in-laws.
I hear that the freedom is lovely in California.
No.
And in California, you do whatever you want to do.
I completely
As long as you don't own a business or a home or a car, you're fine.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You're good to go. Gavin Newsom loves you.
Why?
That's why he will never be president.
Got 20 bucks, so we'll start a collection
why
right
is
now.
New York
No, I'm
losing
good.
population and Florida continues to gain population? Why is that?
Because you have no state income tax here and people are parsimonious.
That's
That
called
sounds-
freedom.
that sounds
That's
like-
a lot like freedom.
So,
Wait, hold on.
should
Is it
we
here?
get into this now or should we just let it be?
Do you smell the freedom? That's called freedom.
So freedom to make choices on your bodily autonomy. I'm just going to go right for the red
Yes,
meat.
you're welcome to get fat and old down here. We don't blame anybody for that.
Yeah.
Join the rest of us.
But the rest of it, we will not let you do.
Yeah.
You could do.
I can, but it's
You
not
can
an issue
do
for
it.
me.
That is a topic we do not talk about.
Right, exactly. But
Not on
that's-
this show.
I understand that.
No.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
And you
There's no
actually
need to
have
go there.
you actually have the freedom to vote the way you want to vote here.
Absolutely.
So that's and
And last time I'd say no one was stopping you from going north.
Yeah.
Pete
That's the
Melfi will
freedom.
actually pay for you to go north.
Yeah, actually,
That's why he won't let me go to the Florida Man games. I had to buy my own ticket. I was talking to him about something. He said, "Oh no. You're not from Florida."
No,
Yeah.
100%. He won't even let me have a ticket. I was born in Maryland. I'm not getting a ticket.
But that's kind of the South.
My dad was in the service at the time, so I claim a dispensation, but I'm not sure I've ever
Yeah,
done
I
it.
haven't given him that.
Troy's never
waiver
given
yet.
me one. Yes. On my deathbed, I'm
They're
hoping
tough,
for
yeah.
it from Troy.
No, I'm moving you.
Oh, by the way, you're from the
If
South.
you pass before me, you're going to Chicago.
I
For
know.
Maryland, you can make a case from being from the South.
Yes.
I'm telling you, the Marylanders think they're in the Southern.
It was a border
Oh,
state.
okay, okay.
Anything north of Bayard.
Anything north of Bayard is Yankees.
But
Yeah.
but wait,
Need a
hold on.
passport.
But Maryland's still kind of north of DC for the most part, though. The most liberal state, the most liberal
Mason
voting
Dixon
district.
line divides
Yeah, Mason
south
Dixon
and
line
north.
goes
Right.
all the way to Pennsylvania border.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Yes. All right. So
Mason
carry
and
on.
Dixon both say that.
I'm going to start with Blake and work this way.
Oh, my
Oh
God.
no.
Quickly, without getting like really bogged down and all of us yelling at each other like we normally do before we do trivia and have a lot of fun.
Whoopee.
Where do you see the state of the election right now, and who do you see winning?
I definitely think Kamala Harris took a lot of hits, like with a one-on-one interview, like with it being on like MSNBC, instead of something like ABC, NBC, or even like or you guys wanted to Fox, but I still see her squeaking it out.
Okay.
I definitely do see her winning the popular vote though, but electoral college, we'll see.
Lenny, you're looking something up.
I am, because I
The
can't.
directions, I-95 is not that far.
It's easy enough, right?
Right.
You ain't getting rid of-
Amtrak goes all
You
the
ain't
way
getting rid of
up.
me that easy. It just ain't getting rid of me that easy.
That's the cheapest ticket. Amtrak's the cheapest ticket.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
cheaper
the Al
than
Smith
gas.
dinner.
Yeah.
I think between the Post and the fact that she's blowing off the Al Smith dinner, I think she's making a poorly calculated decision to go to a border state and not go to New York City to counter the fact that Donald Trump will be the only one speaking at the Al Smith dinner tonight. And I think that's a bad political move. I don't know how much it's going to hurt her, but I think it can hurt her with Catholics. I don't think the Pope helped her with Catholics, and I think she's holding on in some of the battleground states. And it's pick a day and read a poll.
Yeah.
Was there a direct question that I'm not answering?
No,
So
I
you
thought
think-
that-
Who do you
no,
think's
no.
winning? Yes. Who's winning? Her or him?
I think she's still going to win the popular vote. It's this Fakakta Electrical College thing. You know, we need to unplug the
Yeah, our
electrical.
founding
Brilliance.
fathers.
That brilliance of our founding
The
fathers
founding fathers
that
just
gave
were
you
just-
that nugget you call freedom.
Yeah.
I
Thank
thought,
God they kept
fathers.
us all free.
I thought you
Those
cared
horrible
about
founding
minorities, Lenny.
Excuse me? I care about women. Do you?
No, we mean minority people in
Yeah,
the country.
I hate
Oh, make up my mind.
Lenny, you will.
I just meant women in general. No. I wasn't broken
right,
back to
don't go
the
there.
Nicole Kearney. That had nothing to do with a previously undiscussable topic.
All right.
And I think women's aren't minorities
So
anymore.
we
either.
have
Yeah,
Kamala,
they're not.
Kamala winning, except for that dastardly genius thing that the founding fathers did called the Electoral College might foul Lenny's prediction.
Just screw the big states.
Yeah.
Yes, thank
Yes,
you.
absolutely.
We're one of the big
But
states.
Florida's a big state.
I'm
do you
fine
say?
with
We're
that.
one of the big states.
I want the little guy's rights protected.
Okay.
We're one of the big
Mr.
states.
Blevins, as a little guy, how will you say?
I still think it's Virginia. I think as Virginia
Really?
goes, that's the way the election goes. I think we'll know a lot when those first polls come out, or the first. We won't know anything. The polls
It's going
are
to be a
just
week.
so close. Everything's within the margin of error. I agree. I think Kamala is going to win the popular vote, and I think Trump's going to win the election. I think Trump's going to win the electoral.
I will say though about the timing of the results coming out. I don't think it's going to be like a week last year, like look it was last time around, because obviously we had we had COVID, the voting, like a lot more vote by mail ballots. I do think we won't know until Monday morning.
Well, I can tell you this: if she wins and he loses, there'll be more controversy, I believe, than the other way around. I think she does not, in her interviews, she does not fit in with the blue collar that he somehow this billionaire has locked down the blue collar worker. And I'm not sure how that's happened.
I can explain, but you go ahead.
I'm sure
I'm going to explain
I'm sure you can, because you've defended him for the last 12 years. So, I don't know how that happened, but somehow he has locked down the evangelical vote and the blue collar vote, which is he is neither one of those two things. Right. But I think he is going to win the electoral. I think she's going to win the popular. So,
Amanda.
Yeah.
Comments.
You want words from me?
I would like some words from you.
Saved you to last.
I saved you your wisdom for the very end. I knew that we would get a variety of opinion here.
Yeah.
So I wanted you to have an opportunity before I put the nail in the coffin, so to speak, on this topic.
So the energy is all backing Trump. I mean, all of the just grassroots energy is backing Trump, and so yeah. Let's
yes.
Yes. So I would say that momentum would potentially carry him to the White House, but the energy was backing him in 2020, and that didn't, for whatever reason, that didn't translate into a victory. She's polling behind both Hillary and Biden at this point in the election, so that's not looking good for her chances. Every time she talks, it gets worse for her. The betting markets turn more and more sour on her every time she talks. I've watched probably about a third of that interview last night, and it was a nightmare, dude. It was terrible.
I can tell you, I think she had momentum last week or 2 weeks ago.
Coming out of the Democratic convention, I thought it was a well-orchestrated convention.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, and it's my comment here, you can only hide her from voters for so long. Mm-hmm. And they waited till the 11th hour to replace Biden with her in an effort to can we just squeak her past, and the electorate won't know what she's not about or about until after it's over. People are figuring it out. People are tired of spending money on stuff. And
here's what I'm hearing from, like, I'm talking about the blue collar, the blue collar common person. They feel she didn't earn where she's at. She is a brilliant woman. People do not get to that level, and all these ignorant memes and stuff like that, and people even calling Trump ignorant and stuff like that. These people are not dumb people. They're very, very intelligent people. But she doesn't associate, and I don't know how he does. I mean, because he does have a good work ethic, I think that's what saved him with the blue collar worker. Because anybody who's ever been around him says he wakes up early, he works, 10 to 12 hours a day every day at 80, whatever, 83 or whatever he is. I mean, so
79.
Yeah, is that what he is?
Yeah.
Okay, I feels like he's older than that.
I think he'll be 82 when he leaves office, so he's not quite 79 yet.
70. He's not quite 70. He's 1,000 to me.
Yes.
But
to Blake, he's 2,000.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm so much younger than you. But I think his work ethic saves him with the blue collar. Mm-hmm. I don't think she gets that same nod in a lot of ways. And, the cackle.
Yeah.
Really, because she did it a couple times in the interview.
Oh, my word,
it almost
bad.
looks like it's forced, and it's someone you look at like, oh, they're laughing because they don't know the answer. And she does it so much, and she might very well know the answer, but when she does that, it loses all validity.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a handle on this, so explain to me, please, how I think that if he wins, there will be a predominant number of people that will be voting against their own best interest to put him in office.
I could not disagree with you more. I think if you vote for her, You're voting for a continuation of. She's had 4 years to stop people crossing the border. She was in charge of that.
I'm talking economics, but go ahead.
That is
economics. Holy crap.
That's 100%
How much money do you think we're spending on illegals?
Too much.
Too much.
Fine.
Right? That's not going to stop with her. It'll stop with Donald Trump. The economy was so much better under Trump, and inflation was so much better under Donald Trump than it is under her. Gas prices are still 50% higher than what they were. Food prices are through the roof. Everything has gone up under Biden. The ability to buy a house for young people is almost out of reach under Biden. Look, every metric you can judge the economy by is worse today than it was 4 years ago. And that's why she's going to lose.
Somehow the stock market is still strong.
Right, somehow it is. I'll agree with you there.
Coming out of COVID, inflation's coming down, prices are coming down. The stock market is stronger now than it's been when Trump was in office.
Are prices lower now than when Biden took office?
No, but they're coming back down.
Then you lose the argument with a blue-collar worker. You lose the argument right there because they're the ones that get affected the most by it. And the way Donald Trump connects with them is he's not afraid to go out in a crowd. He's not afraid to go into McDonald's. He's not afraid to go buy pizzas and take them by to a fire station. The other day, he was in a grocery store, pulled $100 out of his own wallet and gives it to some woman and says, here, hopefully this will make it a little bit better. Kamala Harris wouldn't give 10 cents out of her wallet. Not 10 cents. Joe Biden wouldn't. It's not part of the elite.
It wouldn't even cross their mind. That's the thing. It wouldn't even cross their mind.
Yes.
They would glad hand and they would talk, but they wouldn't even consider doing it.
Well, that's where I think the election. That's where I think the election is with the blue collar, and because she's gonna be strong on the strong liberals. She's not losing the liberals.
No.
She's gonna be strong. I think she's gonna be stronger than Biden is on the women's side, but not necessarily as much as I thought with what I'm seeing in the polls.
The unions are fracturing. That's part of the issue.
The unions are not going to vote for them because the unions have been screwed by Joe Biden. They were promised that he would help them. He did not. And I'll tell you the thing that scares the hell out of me the most is if Kamala Harris is president, she is no way equipped to deal with the war that's about to break out in the Middle East because Israel and Hezbollah are about to come to blows. And she has no way that she can competently solve anything in the Ukraine and Russia. She's not seen, there's no way Vladimir Putin's going to sit down with her and go, this is it. The only deal Putin will take from her is all of Ukraine.
And you think Donald Trump standing with his hands on his hip in the middle of Ukraine and Russia is going to stop everything? Because he says he's going to?
Oh, yeah.
Before or after he blows Iran to smithereens?
So my question
and starts a nuclear war that Vladimir is waiting for him to start.
In the last 16 years, there's only 4 years that Russia has not been in the Ukraine. Those are the 4 years Donald Trump was president. So any way you want to argue it, whether he dumb lucked into it or he was smart enough to do it or Putin just didn't feel like invading for those 4 years, those are the only 4 years that the Russians have not been in the Ukraine. Yeah. So any metric you look at from that thing, Donald Trump did better than what Obama and Biden and now Biden and Harris have done. I don't think she's equipped for it, and I think the world will be. If she wins, you can kiss Taiwan goodbye. You can kiss it goodbye.
And you think he's going to go in with nuclear weapons to defend Taiwan against China?
I don't think the Chinese will mess with him because he'll be afraid of tariffs and a whole bunch of other things that he'll do.
Okay,
China's actually, we have big debt to China, but China's in bigger debt around the rest of the world. If the U.S. stops dealing with China, China crumbles. It just crumbles. Well, and I can tell you right now, if he can control the oil and open the oil here, that opens it up every place else, and that skyrockets the what China has to buy. That crumbles China.
Do you know who is?
You crumble China through economy, not through force.
Yeah,
correct.
So that's been proven over the years.
You're 100% right. Do you know who has funded the war, the Russian war? We did. We funded it. Because we quit exporting oil. We cut down on oil exports. All of a sudden, the oil price shot up. The Russians used all that oil money to pay for the war in Ukraine. We helped them fund the war while we were going into debt to give arms to the Ukrainians. That is the dumbest policy I've ever seen in my entire life.
You win wars with bank accounts, not with arms.
Yeah. All right.
So I learned that on Game of Thrones.
So
and dragons.
And
dragons are important. Dragons are important.
Is that the only thing you learned on Game of Thrones?
that's not the only thing you learned.
I drink and I know things.
Yeah. Tim is telling us there's no power in Prairie Creek from a downed tree.
Okay.
I think you're going to have a lot more of that as this wind picks up. Couple of last comments. Tyrus on Gutfeld this week said, and I pray that he's right.
Who's that?
Tyrus is the big
pro wrestler.
Pro wrestler.
Okay.
Okay, so Tyrus said it's over by 10 o'clock on election night. Donald Trump wins. That's his prediction.
Over by 10 o'clock.
I think that is a bold prediction.
We'll know about Virginia. I'm telling you right now, Virginia. I'm making the call at Virginia.
Yeah, I think
I'm making the call at Pennsylvania.
Okay,
I think Pennsylvania is probably the one. It seems good. The other thing Greg Gutfeld said this week, which I thought was absolutely brilliant, after you watch the Oprah interview and you watch Trump on Gutfeld's show, Kamala Harris is trying to get a one-night stand with voters. Mm-hmm. She's trying to give them just enough information that they'll go home with her on election day.
But that's what it's about.
Donald Trump is trying to win a 4-year relationship with the voters. He's giving them enough information.
One of his longest relationships in monogamy.
Melania would disagree.
The whole Laura Loomer thing, you know.
And if people
Laura Loomer.
4 years.
And this is my pitch to win Troy's vote for Donald Trump. This is my pitch of the week.
Not happening.
Just a second. Because it's the dumbest endorsement in the history of endorsements.
Okay.
This week, the IRS union came out and endorsed Kamala Harris.
Okay.
That's the IRS
That's
union.
Playing dirty. It's playing dirty.
You sleep on that for a couple days and get back to me.
I made less money last year than I have in several years, so I should be fine.
You're safe.
I should be fine. They're not coming after me for that one.
I just want you to know the IRS union has endorsed Kamala Harris. So a vote for anybody other than Trump is a vote for the union.
That says a lot.
Okay. Dumbest endorsement of the week.
I don't know. I'm putting Roan Chappell, whoever she is, right up there.
I don't know who she is.
I have no idea who she is.
I know. She's some pop star who just all of a sudden had to clarify her remarks to support Kamala Harris. And it was like, who are you?
Even then. Okay, so basically,
yes.
So I don't know, she's old enough to vote.
A young person, tell us who this woman is.
Chappelle Roan is a pop star who basically dresses up like drag style, basically even. But basically, she originally came out and said that she wasn't originally endorsing anyone for president because both sides suck and basically both sides don't fit her interests and don't believe both sides will fit their agenda. However, now because of the backlash from her fans, basically say, Trump's going to be awful to gay and trans and drag. And drag queen.
LB, the initials.
Yes.
I don't want to say
just say plus.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to leave anyone out.
Right. They keep adding letters to that.
Lenny, don't go there.
Yeah.
So that's my argument of why another pop star endorsed her, is because her audience, she knows her audience, and a large number of young women are really offended about a vote for anyone other than Harris.
Yes.
But are they going to go to the polls?
No.
That's the question.
There's a big study.
That's not what they're trying to win, though. They're trying to win the Twitter
sales.
support
They're trying to win record sales.
Online sales. That's what they're trying to win.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. They don't care about the election. It doesn't affect them one way or the other. They care about being on the right side to butter their bread. That's what they care about.
It will affect them. It will affect all of us one way or the other.
No, I mean, people need to focus more on local stuff than
there you go.
The federal stuff, and that's 100% the truth. I mean,
I agree.
If Trump wins or Kamala wins, that they don't have the power to affect our ad valorem tax. Show up for your local elections. Over the next couple of years, and that's when you can actually have a strong voice. Florida's going to go to Trump. Sorry. I mean, that's just going to happen.
I don't doubt it.
That's just going to happen.
Yeah.
That's why I'm sitting this one out, as my personal, protest.
No, I agree. But I've said for years, as somebody who was a local politician and a local elected official, I kept making the point that my position on gun control and other national issues has no bearing on whether or not we raise taxes, whether or not we shore up the beach, whether or not we fix the roads and the potholes. Has nothing to do with that. So, national positions for a local person, especially for somebody like me who had no ambition past the City Council of Long Beach, which is my hometown that I cared about, Nassau County, New York State, go hang yourself. It's an important distinction. For
I heard you made the
politicians.
Trains run on time.
They did. Yeah, well, I am Italian.
Was that a different politician?
No, I am Italian.
Wasn't sure.
Please don't hang me by my thumbs.
He does have facial hair.
All right. How's the Blade and Bow doing?
Very nice, thank you.
Excellent.
Okay.
Delicious.
All right.
It's smooth as always.
I'm appreciating it for you.
Sure, we can get you some.
I'm good.
Okay. All right.
You said you wanted some. We could get you some.
I just said notice that there weren't 5 glasses. That's all I said.
Okay. All right. Blake and I didn't need glasses tonight.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good.
I got an extra pair if
All right.
anyone wants.
Are you guys ready to battle some trivia?
Oh, let me turn
Are you
my phone
ready to
down.
battle some trivia?
Turn
My
phone
mouth is
down.
dry.
Unless you have any other burning topic that you guys would like to talk about.
Amendment number 3, real quick.
Amendment number 3. I mean,
Okay.
I where do you guys stand on? Where do you think it's going to land on amendment?
59.5%.
You think it's not going to?
I think it's not going to pass. I think whenever Florida changed from 50% to 60%, it made the threshold and the bar you had to get over much harder.
So you don't think Amendment 3 or 4 are going to pass?
I don't know about 4. I don't watch a lot of TV. What I have seen is a lot of negative ads against 4, but I don't watch enough TV to see what the positive ads are for that. The recreational use, I really don't care. It's not my thing, right? I know there are people that have glaucoma and still want to recreate, but
So you're at 59, Blake.
I do think Amendment 3 is going to pass, but however, though, there definitely was a lot of pushback with a lot of negative ads. Like most of the negative ads are on like, oh, marijuana's bad, it'll make you go blind. Like the new ads, like new negative ads are basically saying like you can't grow your own marijuana.
I see new things when I do marijuana.
Yeah, so but
you think it's going to pass?
it will pass.
I agree with Mike. I think the 60% threshold is way too high.
It's high.
And it'll be close, but I don't know if it'll get over 60%. And most of the polling has it under 50%.
I think it's going to be right at it. I think it's going to be right at it. And I don't think,
and I think that's for both of them.
I don't think 4 is going to pass.
I've heard, so I know people that have wanted legalized marijuana forever and have read the text of Amendment 3 and they don't like it because of what it, I guess.
Well, they want to grow their own.
Well, they want to grow their own. It funnels all sales
Maybe
through
Morgan
like
and
a single dealer. Isn't that through like a single type of
it has to go
distributor
it has
or
to
something?
Go, it has to go through.
Which Morgan and Morgan is heavily invested in, so it seems like padding his pocket with weed sales.
I don't think he's hurting either way.
Right.
I don't think he is, but it's a little.
He'll get a second play.
I had conversations with that company. I don't think they're hurting either way.
You have people in the comments that want to grow, and that's not what this allows you to do.
It does not allow
You
you to
still
grow.
have to go buy through
It does not allow
a
you to grow.
state-regulated dealer unless you want to buy on the street.
That
Yeah,
makes Morgan
and
and Morgan
Which is
even
strange,
richer.
because every place else you can grow 3, 6, 8 plants in your backyard in every other recreational state. So I don't understand that, and it's not going to cut out. It's not going to take money out of the pocket of Trulieve or anybody else.
No, Maine, I think you can grow 4. I'm not sure where Colorado is, but there's always a limit on,
Right,
on what you can grow.
it's not a lot.
And this one has 0 grow at home. And I think that's one that could hurt the amendment.
So
That's where I think it's going to fall short, is because, like I said, I know people that want to vote for legalized marijuana in this state, but they don't like the restrictions or the language of this amendment.
I'm voting for it because I think it does help our economy, and
taxes will be big.
If you want to get your weed card, it's not that hard to get your weed card. It costs you, and it costs you $150.
Damn, like you okay?
No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna make
Anxiety.
it. I'm pretty sure the polling and polling can be iffy, right? It's got it very close, but losing, barely losing.
I agree.
I think that the people that pushed this made a mistake. They shouldn't have pushed it during a presidential election. They did it to try to get people that they thought were more left leaning to go vote, and then hope that they would vote for the Democrat candidate. To get something like this passed, you need it on a ballot when there's not a lot of people showing up. You're going to have a huge group in Florida show up to vote for Trump. A lot of them aren't going to vote for this. A lot of them are, right? It's not a single party issue,
Right.
like so many other things. But I just think they picked the wrong cycle to try. And they have spent millions of dollars to try to pass this.
No.
But usually when you're trying to get a controversial thing passed, a tax increase or something, you try to do it in an off or a special election because you're hoping your voters will show up and everybody else.
I think the biggest mistake they made was the independent growth. If they'd have just said you can have 2 plants or 4 plants, it made it more like Maine, which has some restrictions attached to it. I think it passes. I think because of the way they did it, it allowed the opposition to go, see, all they care about is big business.
Yeah.
Right.
And they gave them a target, and they gave them a voice, and they gave them a mission. So I think it's still going to be very, very close. I think, but if it doesn't pass, that's the reason it's not passing.
I also think they're not selling it the way they probably could have or should have by saying that the volume of tax dollars that can go into the Florida budget and or education, if that's where it's earmarked for, will be staggeringly large.
Just like gambling.
Just like the lottery.
Exactly.
It's just like the lottery.
Well, all that was none of
that money went in there.
No,
Well, it did. It just took out all the other money. It was just a replacement.
It was supposed to be a supplemental, not the baseline.
Right, exactly, but it is.
Billions of dollars went in from the lottery.
Right, and the billions of dollars that were scheduled went into something else.
Yeah.
Poor people paying for rich people to go to college.
No.
That's what it was.
No.
Middle
Not
class
true.
and lower class people buying lottery tickets so you could send rich kids to college.
No, it's not true.
Yeah, it bothers you, doesn't it?
True at all. Rich kids don't get loans.
You automatically
Do they, Blake?
You automatically, if you qualify at a grade level.
So you do admit you're an old white rich guy.
I do. So does Mike.
Oh,
You
God.
made too much money to get your kid.
I never denied it.
Yeah.
So
I
does
never
Mike.
denied it.
But,
Okay.
It just
Trivia
doesn't happen that
time.
way. We don't owe the government any student loans, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good for you.
All right,
So
trivia time.
yes.
Finally.
Trivia time. All right, you ready?
I'm sorry.
All right. What is the busiest by passenger airport in the state of Florida?
In the state of
Florida.
In the
Florida.
state of Florida. Busiest airport in the state of Florida. I have a list of 19, probably goes even farther. Yeah, I got I got 19. We'll do ports next. So what is the busiest airport
I'm
by
gonna start
passenger, number of
Orlando.
passengers? Okay.
Sound off,
awful,
Mike.
man.
I forgot. Well, that's my reminder to do the show at 5. And obviously we're in the middle of the show. So, yes.
I mean, walk downstairs.
Yes,
So
I
you
need to walk
remember.
downstairs.
That was an
I've had
alarm.
this horrible dream
Wait,
about arguing over
You
politics.
show up when you show up because of an alarm. Said it
Hey.
earlier. You're always late.
No.
All right.
He's always late for everything.
All right.
So
all
she
right.
did Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando for me. Did I get a point?
Was that number 1?
Hey, we won't know yet until everyone goes around.
Well, I would do Orlando too if I get that choice.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going with Orlando.
Oh, we're just getting one. We're not going to
Yeah.
go down the list.
I thought we were doing a list.
Tell you
but-
what, let's do one guest round, then we'll go down the list.
All right, I'm sticking with Orlando until we come back for round 2.
Orlando's number 1.
All right, Orlando is number 1. I give all you guys a point. Now,
Right, not my coach.
here
Yeah, because we
Hey.
weren't saying
all
that.
right, wait a minute. Troy's
I
going
didn't ask
first.
if I could.
We've been to Orlando, okay?
It's ridiculous.
Have you seen how long the lines are?
Right.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
We always
Troy-
want to go up to Chili's up above the security gates.
All right, Troy's going next.
Mhm.
All right. You pick a different city. If you get one on the list, I'll give you a point.
Miami.
Nothing.
West Palm.
Ooh.
West Palm is on there. Miami's number 2. West Palm is 6.
Miami was my other.
I'm going to say Fort Lauderdale.
Number 3.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Mhm.
Spirit sucks.
Awful. It's awful.
I'll say Tampa.
Tampa is there.
Okay.
All right. Jacksonville's on the list. So here's the list, number 1 down. Orlando, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa. Southwest Florida is number 5, which is
Southwest.
kind of
Naples?
shocking. Palm Beach International 6, Jacksonville is 7, Sarasota is 8, Orlando, Sanford is 9, and Pensacola is 10.
Okay.
I was surprised that the St. Augustine airport was not on here.
What an oversight.
Shock.
What a slight. What a slight.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, no.
So Lenny,
Yes, sir.
busiest port by tonnage in the state of Florida.
Port by tonnage.
Busiest port. Everybody's got 2, by the way.
Tonnage.
Yep.
By tonnage.
You know what? I'll stay hyper local and say Jacksonville.
Okay.
But by tonnage,
By tonnage, amount of weight of
cargo? Or?
Yep. By cargo. Yep.
Okay, then it has. I'm going to say Miami.
Okay.
I think it's Jacksonville.
And I think it's between the two of those, and I'm going to stay with Jacksonville.
Okay, so Jacksonville is number 3. All right, so you had who had Miami?
Sorry,
me.
Blake. All right, so the actual answer is Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is 35 million tons. Port of Everglades, which is Miami, right, is 26 million tons.
The stuff that comes out of the Panama Canal usually goes straight to
Tampa.
So I wonder if that changed, though, after Trump, because there was a regulation that required everything to go to Puerto Rico to go to Jacksonville before it went to Puerto Rico. And so I wonder if Jacksonville's fallen on that list since Trump's administration.
I think
up for the paper
it has to do with the Panama Canal, just the proximity of Panama Canal.
Yes.
You just kind of slide between the Yucatan and Cuba, and right there.
And you're right there.
Slide right there.
Slide only.
That's just what Helene did. She slid just between the Yucatan and Cuba.
Kiss both.
All right.
Salty minks.
Blake Blevins.
Helene.
On the cultural attractions list for this area, for North Florida, what number is the amphitheater?
Ooh.
Cultural attractions, number of people that attended an event, total for 2023. Where does the amphitheater rank? What number?
I'm going to say 5 for Johnny Bench.
5? I think it's higher. I'm going to say it's top 3. I'm going to say number 3.
Okay, what?
Right, define North.
Okay, I need the region.
Yeah.
That we're talking about here.
North Florida.
North Florida.
So basically like Duval,
St.
St.
John's, Clay, Nassau.
So no.
And here's my process. Is Gainesville involved in this?
I do not see Gainesville anywhere on the list.
Okay.
And Gainesville is Alachua County,
but,
not Clay, Nassau, Duval.
Yeah, but that was why I was asking, because I think the NFL stadium's number 1. I think that's number 1 on the list, and I think the amphitheater should fall number 2 because their volume. But I do like your number 3 in case I forgot. I'm going with number 2.
Okay, Lenny.
Well, Captain Polestar over here would know the numbers better than I do, and I'm trying to figure out how the Jaguars total up compared to the amphitheater, and I'm going to give the amphitheater a little bit of love at number 1.
Okay. All right. So at number 1 is TIAA Bank Field, 1.3 million attendees.
In a season? In a year?
In a year.
Community
because they do concerts.
Oh, yeah.
Monster
I forgot about that. There you go.
Monster Jams, all the football,
Yep.
And we're
Community
talking
First
60,000.
Igloo, number 2. So where the Icemen play, right?
The Iceman practice facility.
Memorial.
No, that's
Arena.
wait, hold on. That's the Vice Star is where the Icemen play. The Igloo is where they practice at.
It says Community First Igloo. So apparently that is it's 900,000 people.
Whoa.
900,000.
For a minor league hockey club.
This list is a little bit suspicious.
Jacksonville Zoo and Guard is 700,000 at number 3.
People still go
Times Union Center for the Performing Arts, 300,000 people. And at number 5, giving Blake a point, at 280,000 people last year, the St. Augustine Amphitheater.
That was a blind guess for real.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know the zoo did way better.
He was looking over here, and I thought I had everything shielded well.
The zoo was almost 3 times as much as the amphitheater, and it did way better than I thought.
Yeah.
And I had the amphitheater about 300,000.
Nobody in the comments had the amphitheater below number 3.
Yeah.
And this is a crowd that loves
homers.
their...
That's a great venue.
We
It's one
love
of the
our
greatest venues in the world.
Yes.
Yep.
We love our amp.
All right, Blake was first, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so this week...
Wait, hold on.
You went
so
first.
Amanda.
Yeah.
Amanda.
This week, Capitol Hill staffers' information got compromised. They were using government emails on 2 types of websites. If you can name one of those, well, let me just finish it. You got to name both of them to get the point. One of them is fairly obvious, but you got to name both of the types of websites that they were using to get the point. So there's 2 types, and they all got compromised using their government email on these 2 types of websites. Amanda?
Types of websites, like social media, shopping, like that, or the actual names.
Do we need to be?
Do we need to name the website?
You don't need to name the website, just name the genre of the website. Okay, look, let me make it easy for you guys.
I'm saying porn and social media.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, that's
Is that what we're looking for?
It's porn and social media.
So that's
what I was
2
trying to figure
answers.
out.
Going. That's where I'm because I know what I'm on.
Social media.
Right.
Well, you reverse the order.
Right. Lenny, what do you got?
Okay, I'll play with porn and social media because I can't figure out. Well, you know.
I have another one that might.
All right.
Absolutely.
I'll let Blake answer.
All right. For my actual answer, porn and social media, specifically Google and OnlyFans.
And I want to throw in like Amazon.
Yeah.
Because I'm on,
That makes a lot more sense.
I'm on Amazon probably more than anything.
Right.
I'm a shopper.
Can they deliver it?
Not buying anything, but I'm just there like, oh.
Russell office building?
Yeah.
I probably should mark that.
So the easy one was porn.
Yeah.
Dating sites. Dating sites.
Who's on?
So that's
Two different ways to
There's only
scratch
one
the
in the
statement.
room that's on a
Dating
dating
sites.
site. So
I was like, God.
so I wouldn't have.
Dating sites was the other.
I would never use
doing
my
this in their
my
congressional
work
office.
email.
They're using their work email
For
on their dating sites.
Yeah.
Tax
Which
dollars
makes
at
it
work.
very
That's
easy.
how all these hidden camera reporters are honeypotting all these people.
It's also how the Chinese are getting all the information. They just go to the dating site, put up some hottie, get some video of them, and now all of a sudden these
it
staffers.
worked for Swalwell.
Oh my God!
It gave him gas.
It makes sense. I like
Yes.
it. But I mean, did it say
California, they just
single?
pump
Did
more.
it say single workers? Or I guess that doesn't matter.
Doesn't make a
It's
difference.
DC. That doesn't matter.
Seriously.
Was it mainly on that? Was he mainly on Ashley Madison though, or?
I think that site's gone.
That site's
Yeah.
gone. Yeah.
All right.
Really?
Mike asked me about. He tried to trick me one time if I knew. I had no idea when Ashley Madison got like compromised or something.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what it was. So
As soon as
it's
the
one of
as the
few
subscriber
tests I
list went
passed.
out,
Yes, it is one of the
folded.
few tests that you passed.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's your only pass
That's it.
red flag test.
This is the man who answered first on this one. Yeah,
Proud of
okay.
it.
Troy Blevins.
Yes, sir.
There is a venomous sea creature washing up on popular North Carolina beaches. What is the name of this venomous sea slug that floats in the open water
George.
by expanding
Jamie.
its stomach, but it is very venomous. If you pick it up or it stings you, it eats jellyfish.
Okay.
Ooh.
And so it absorbs all of this poison and toxin, and then it secretes that back
it
out.
shares- shares it back.
It's a sea slug.
It's a sea slug, so you got to come up with the name. What is it called?
I'm going to call it Slimer from Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. All right,
It's a sea cucumber?
that's a good answer.
All right, I'm gonna say it is Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson.
No, we left dating sites last question.
He went straight to slug.
Yeah, the slug,
right.
yes.
He's not a sea slug. He's just a slug.
Yeah.
Okay,
Come on, Miss Marine
How
Biologist.
many electoral
I'm
votes are
gonna
there in North
say
Carolina?
sea
is the question.
cucumber.
Listen,
That's the
Art
only thing I can think
Vandelay.
of.
Come on, Art Vandelay.
Sea
Shrimp
cucumber.
store.
Shrimp Store. It is actually called. Where's it?
George.
No,
George.
it's just called George. They're called the blue sea dragons.
Wow.
They're blue sea dragons, and they wash in from time to time. They're very, very poisonous, though. You do not want to pick one up.
Are
You
they
don't wanna
venomous
kiss
or
it.
Is that the name of the
poisonous? Because
Folly
you
Beach
use both.
Venomous. Venomous.
Folly Beach High School is the Blue Sea Dragons?
Oh, geez.
Are they really?
If they're not, they sure as hell should be by now.
No, they should be.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They got
They're
wings.
pretty.
Yes.
Nice.
I've
Okay.
seen them. I didn't know they were coming to North Carolina.
See, and that's a team that it's not Native American. It's not nasty to any indigenous populations. You could name a high school team the Blue Sea Dragons until you start stinging people.
Yeah. So you start killing people.
It's appropriating Smurf culture. I don't appreciate
It
it.
is. All right, Lenny.
Hello, sir.
Lenny.
Yes, sir.
What percentage of Gen Z employees surveyed said they would need to earn $100,000 or more to be able to afford their basic needs? What percentage of Gen Zers?
Okay, would you mind helping me here?
Tell him what
What's the
generation Gen
location?
Z is.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all over the United
who's
States.
Gen Z?
They're
Gen
the
Z.
ones after the millennials. Him.
He's a Gen Z.
He's a Gen Z.
Okay.
So what percentage of Blake's friends think
millennial
they need
Gen Z.
$100,000
X or
to
boomer.
pay for all their needs?
Yeah.
75%.
Blake, this is your question.
That's your question, right up your alley, buddy.
They got
What
a lot of
percentage of your
needs.
friends?
A lot of coffee.
Oh, jeez.
A lot of pizza.
Put your
Lots
hand-
of-
Put
lots-
your hands down, Lenny.
I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm gonna say 69.
Amanda.
Dad, burn it. I think Lenny's just a little high.
That's usually the case.
We were talking about Amendment 3.
That is true.
That's fair.
We
I'm
didn't
gonna
live
say-
through 420 already.
I'm going to put myself in the I'm going to say 70. You said 76? I'm going to say
I thought it said 75, but I don't
I'm
know.
75.
75.
Okay, I'll say 74.
All right. And I'm going to go a little bit lower than Blake. I'm going to go 68.
It has to be 69. So
The actual answer is 19%.
Whoa.
Only
And I
19%.
tell you, I was in the low 30s on
Yeah.
where my guess was at, and I'm happy you
Well,
guys
at least
gave me
they're
that much.
managing their needs. That's very good. They're managing their
Gave me that
needs.
much.
They're
Yeah.
managing their
Well,
needs.
because they all live at home.
Don't own a car.
I'm sorry.
Don't pay rent. There you go.
I own my car,
I
Lenny.
gave birth
He
to a
has a car
Gen
payment.
Z.
Yes,
She
but-
still lives
right.
at home.
Right. But you're the exception, not the rule.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't be. You should be proud of
I'm
yourself.
trying to work my ass off, Lenny.
You
Damn.
have equity. You have equity. Be glad.
All right, so
But you do still live at home. And I'm happy for that.
I'm going to
should be.
save
He's
you,
a good
Blake.
man.
We got another question. Are you ready? You ready? I'm saving you.
Going to Lenny.
So-
No,
It's
Blake
going to
first
Blake.
started.
Blake
So
first.
in Russia, they have a population problem. So the government has decided to encourage people to get frisky outside of the house.
To make whoopee.
Yes, they want them to make whoopee. So what specific place are they telling them it's now okay to make whoopee? What specific place other than the home is it okay to get frisky?
During your work smoke breaks.
The giggle. Oh, man. The fantasies. I'm going to say outside.
Outside's very, very.
Vague.
That's why you need to be warm.
I was
Cold.
I was going to say in parks, but outside.
Sleeping.
Outside is covered with that. So
Yeah.
I mean, who does he give the point to if that's right?
Huh?
I'm going to say. I'm going to stay with parks. I'm going to say in parks.
It's Russia. I'm going with bathhouses. Russian
Ooh.
baths.
My other answer is car.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he put his glasses.
Hey,
on.
I got to
Serious.
read this.
Uh-oh.
It's
Serious.
according to Russians, being very busy at work is not a valid reason, but a lame excuse, said Russian Health Minister Dr. Yevgeny Zastapalov. He said during a television appearance.
Hate crime.
You can actually, there are people who are working 12 to 14 hours when they make babies. He said, you engage in procreation during breaks. Life flies by
Like
too
breaks.
quickly. Blake Levins.
Nice. So basically, you got your 15-minute coffee break. Let's go.
Yes.
So wait,
What do you need the other 13
They-
minutes for?
they get smoke breaks for sure. They get food breaks, and now they get boning breaks.
Yes.
They can
When
make
does it
it
work?
So maybe
No,
Russia's not so
what-
bad after all.
They
Of
can
course,
consolidate the three of those.
if they start losing people in Ukraine, they probably don't have a problem with this.
That
They
ship
do
sailed,
not.
I think.
Consolidate all those.
Meanwhile, China, the
a
United
long
States,
break. No wonder
Russia,
their workday's
all are-
14
all are
hours.
depopulating.
All right. The Lincoln Project.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Lincoln Project put out an ad. It's a cartoon ad, has voiceovers for two politicians from opposite sides. It's called The Odd Couple. So, which two politicians are the odd couples put out by the Lincoln Project in an ad supporting Vice President Harris? I had to watch
opposite
the entire
sides?
30-second clip. It was miserable.
On opposite sides of the aisle?
Yeah, opposite sides of the aisle.
Um,
So you got to pick one liberal, one conservative
I know.
that the Lincoln Project would put in there as the odd couple to point out that Kamala Harris can bring people together.
Mitt Romney and Nancy Pelosi.
I'm sticking with Nancy Pelosi, but I'm going with Dick.
That was my
Cheney.
other one.
I'll do Dick Cheney and throw in Barack Obama.
Dick Cheney and Eric Swalwell.
You guys, the Dick Cheney parts, I give you guys credit for that, right? Bernie Sanders.
Oh, we keep forgetting about
Bernie
Bernie.
Sanders was the
Yeah,
other
the
one.
DNC did too.
Yes.
He's still alive?
He's still alive.
Oh.
Yeah,
He's still
he
alive.
was
He's
not
just-
saying nice things about Kamala Harris before the DNC.
Yeah.
No, he's drooling all over the place, poor Bernie.
All right.
Needs more Ben Jerry's.
Troy Blevins.
Yes.
We all need more Ben and Jerry.
All right. So
Well-
right now it's Amanda 3, Troy 4, Lenny 3, Blake 4. So we're pretty close.
Yes.
Okay.
Troy Blevins. This year, the Jacksonville Jaguars have scored 40 points. 40 points. They are 31st in a league of 32 teams.
Seems high.
Name the 32nd team, the team that has scored less points than the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, they're playing tonight, and I'm pretty sure it's the Giants.
Okay.
Tennessee Titans.
All right.
Ooh, that is a good. I'm gonna. Oh, can't be seen. I'm gonna say Tennessee Titans.
No, I'm not feeling good about myself.
I'm going to say Tennessee Titans.
You're all right, brother. You're all right.
You knew this one, didn't you?
Well, I follow football, and
No, you didn't know this.
He was talking
No,
about.
apparently not.
No. The New England Patriots have
Oh, wow.
scored
Oh,
30,
so they had a good
have
first
scored
game.
39 points.
Wow.
So they are the lowest scoring team in the NFL, and the
But
Jaguars are the
they
second.
had a
lowest.
really good first game,
Yes.
so it kind of threw me off. So they just have sucked eggs ever since.
Yeah. All right, Blake. Lenny's up, right?
Lenny's up.
Lenny's
So
up.
no
That
points for
that
anyone.
wasn't me.
You started. He
You
started with
can't
John.
place bets, Lenny. Pay
I'm
attention.
not.
We're
I'm
on,
just
we're
trying to
on
see-
air.
I'm just trying to
You're
see-
on air. Put your phone down.
I'm trying to see how many points Tennessee has scored on the season.
More than the Jaguars and the Patriots.
Apparently, yeah.
So
And you thought I had a gambling addiction, Dad? Damn.
Whoa! Just because I took the Giants twice,
Wait,
not
you
an
took
addiction,
Giants
that's
in the
That's
points.
like voting Democrat.
we'll see.
You believe in Daniel Jones that much.
Yeah, no, but I'll take the five. I'll take the 5.5, and
In
Dallas
that,
is
in
even
that
going
case, he's got a 1-0 lead on you.
All right.
It's like that's like voting for Mike Davis.
Yes, it
I
is.
would vote
It
for
is
Mike Davis in a
100%.
local election in a heartbeat.
Will he win?
Twice.
No, but he'll score you some points.
You feel
Okay.
better about it.
Absolutely.
The loss Monday night that the Jaguars experienced
Oh God.
ranked where in the worst losses? What number is the worst loss in Jaguar history?
In Jaguar history.
In
Just
Jaguar history,
Okay.
not in NFL, just Jaguar history. It
And I'm
ranks in
starting?
one of the worst losses.
We're talking. We're
Yes.
going back to Berline days.
Yes.
I'll go second.
Blake?
Ooh, I know it's their worst. I know at halftime
The worst half, yeah.
it was the worst half. I don't know if there was their worst over. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. Number one. Got nothing to lose.
Amanda?
I'll go number one.
I'm gonna go. I'm actually gonna go second. I think it's their second.
Because that's every other number at this point. You
Yeah.
get the point.
No, I could go
No,
three.
I had
could
two,
go
too.
three. I could go three.
I had two.
I'm gonna go.
So you
second.
got to share the win instead of having it all by yourself.
Yeah.
It was their sixth worst
I
loss.
should have went three.
The
All right.
sixth
All right.
worst loss.
We'll
So
take the point.
Lenny
Yeah,
and
we'll take
We'll take
Troy
the point.
pick up a point. It was their sixth worst loss. They have over 50 losses of more than 20 points.
They were a bad team for a long time.
They're
Yeah.
what do you
They're
mean
bad
for
team
now?
now.
They still are.
They're still
team
bad.
All right.
But the
at least
the
Trevor's
pay.
very rich.
Yep.
Yes, he is. And,
75 million
yes.
worth.
and he owes us an awful lot of money as Jaguar fans.
Tank for Arch
He's
Manning.
a good-looking kid.
That's what I'm thinking. Tank, yeah. He's not coming out. He's not a senior yet, is he? He's not.
No, he's a freshman.
He's a freshman.
Yeah.
We got a tank for 3 more years.
Yeah, the other kid's good though. You take him.
Yours?
All right.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
starter.
No.
The starter at Texas.
We
yours.
got to work this
Oh,
out
Cam-
here, guys.
Cam.
Running out of time.
Gotcha.
There's no bollocks. We got to get home. According to a poll at the University of Notre Dame,
Mhm.
what percentage of the students say they favored Donald Trump? The survey's findings, right, 4 years ago, 66% of the student body favored President Joe Biden. So, giving you a little history, what percentage this year support Donald Trump?
I think. Do you?
I'm gonna say 53%.
What percentage?
Favor Donald Trump.
69.
See, and I got to go in the middle now. I'm gonna go 54.
I'll go 68. Thank you, Pope.
So we're gonna split again.
68. According to the poll this year, 47.6% favored Donald Trump.
Like,
Really?
45.9% preferred Harris.
Huh.
It's the first time that in years that the Notre Dame student body has favored the Republican over
Really?
yes.
well,
Really?
how much
Notre
do you-
Dame.
Was
Notre
this,
Dame.
Was
It's a
this,
very liberal
Was this
college.
poll? And I should
Notre
ask this
Dame?
question.
Yeah.
Was
Do
this
they know they're
poll?
Catholic?
66%.
No, they don't.
Okay, thank you. Clarifying for that for me.
They
Was
don't.
this
Well,
poll?
explain Pete Buttigieg. I'm sorry. Carry on.
Dude, you got to give me a break when it
Go, baby, go.
Was this poll after the Pope's statements or?
I have no idea when it was. I just pulled it.
Because that can be a huge factor with Notre Dame.
I would think, yeah. Well, apparently not, according to Amanda.
Yeah, but Notre Dame's only.
I find that very interesting.
No, they are a very liberal school for the most part, but the Pope still has a lot of value in Notre Dame.
Well, that could explain Mayor Pete in a lot of ways, actually.
They had like pro-choice, and we're not talking about the topic, but they had pro-choice speakers speak at Notre Dame. And it was like, you're a Catholic university, and so
that's impressive.
They're not the Catholic university that they used to be. Yeah.
No.
All right. So we got a tie at the top between Troy and Blake. Who's up first on the question?
Amanda.
Okay. a pro cop coffee shop. Okay. And I'm trying to remember.
Like the one in Dirty Harry?
No. Yes, it is in Idaho. The Boise State University administrators boycotted this coffee shop and got the students to boycott it because they supported cops.
What a horrible thing.
So the coffee shop sued the college. The coffee shop won.
Yeah.
How much money did they win from Boise State University? Ruling that their First Amendment rights were violated over the reaction to their public support for law enforcement.
Stay consistent, 69 million.
I'm going 16,838,000.
17 million. Got it.
$1.
Price is Right again?
There's a lot of, significance in that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 5 million.
Blake is actually the closest.
Okay.
For the win. Weeks after almost being shut out, Blake Blevins comes back. $4 million is what they were awarded. $4 million.
Why would they take that position?
The campus, the college?
Yeah.
Because they're idiots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they have a blue football field.
That's wild. Yeah, that's great.
They're in the Mountain West Conference.
But it's freaking Idaho. Shave your head and get a cult.
But
So
colleges are very anti-police. They're very far left.
Until they need them.
Exactly.
Until they need
That's
them.
the hypocrisy
Not
of
here.
all anti-police protesters.
Flagler College isn't.
All right. They're not. Flagler's not. The hurricane, just kind of a note I saw, and I couldn't figure out a way to work it into a question. Hurricane Helene, losses are expected to be $3 to $6 billion, not counting flood insurance losses.
The new update just came out.
Never get property insurance in Florida again?
No, I'm sure that we'll get it again. It's just going to cost you an arm and a leg and part of Blake's future livelihood.
Okay, so the road to New York goes which way?
Yeah.
All right.
It goes that way.
Same way you got here, mister.
Okay.
Follow.
But
That one's still open.
But go backwards.
Yeah.
Lenny, let me help you. Follow the Pete Melfi signs.
Yeah.
Follow the Pete Melfi signs.
You'll miss me when I'm gone. That's all I'm saying. You'll miss me when I'm gone.
Because we give a crap.
Nice wrap it
All
up.
right, that is awesome. Bollox is not going to be on tonight. We were on early today. You guys be safe tonight. Don't do anything. Don't go climb trees tonight in the middle of the night.
Don't work in the evening during a hurricane.
Do not. Don't go fishing in a boat. I mean, be smart. Just
Fish on the dock.
whatever you do,
Candyland.
don't rewatch the Jaguar game.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
God, no.
Don't do that. All right, you guys have a great, safe weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
Bye.
Bye.